Kindling our consciousness, St. Lucia celebrates Emancipation 2022 with an engaging, educating, and entertaining series of events from July to August. Commencing on Sunday, July 31st at 4 p.m., the historic unveiling of Emancipation hero, Petroni, Dennery Village. Monday, August 1st, 4 a.m., live drums and dance ritual, Castries Waterfront, and at 5 p.m., a freedom concert at the Old Trafford Complex in Soufrière. Culminating with Lawas Festival Guafet in Constitution Park and William Peter Boulevard, Tuesday, August 30th at 9 a.m. For full calendar of activities, go to cdfstlucia.org.
Casualty 911, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. with the consultant. Health is not merely the absence of diseases. It is your social, economic, physical, spiritual, and mental well-being. Just imagine you on 88.5 Soufrière FM talking, questioning, sharing your experience, information, education, entertainment, news, instructions, advice on diabetes, high blood pressure, strokes, menopause, AIDS, pregnancy, sex.
Sex? Did you say sex?
As prescribed, take your medication, exercise, and diet. On 88.5 Soufrière FM, tell a friend, call your neighbor. Casualty 911 is on.
It's 8.5 Super FM. It is now 13 minutes past the hour of 10 a.m. I am Lencia Mathre. It's now time for Casualty 911. I'd like to say good morning to our co-host, Miss Wilson. Good morning and welcome inside. It's 8.5 Super FM.
Good morning, Lincia, and I trust that you had a wonderful weekend.
Indeed.
All right. Let me just say good morning to all our listeners as well as our colleagues from the mental health team. Let me just apologize for the late start due to technical difficulties. I would like to say a special good morning to all the staff at M&C Pharmacy, our market vendors, our caretakers, and all those persons listening island wide as well as overseas, and persons from countries who are always listening to us. I would like to say a special good morning to you. This morning, we're going to introduce our mental health team, and we all know in St. Lucia, different persons suffer from mental illness, and that's one of the things that a lot of us do not know how to cope with. And there are the services that are available island wide at all our wellness centers. And today we have persons from our mental health team to introduce themselves, tell us a little bit of what they do and what region they work and what communities they serve, so you can get a better idea of what services are offered and how they can better assist you as community members. And as time goes by, you will realize that the mental health team is always available and they're always available to offer their services. Many of you don't know the services that they offer. So today, I'm hoping that our general public can have a better idea of the different professions as well within the mental health team and how best they can assist us and our family members and by extension the community members. So good morning, team. Are you all hearing me?
Yes, we
Good
are. Good morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm not hearing anybody. I see
Good
everybody's.
morning, Miss Wilson.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh boy, I was about to have a slight, heart attack because I'm saying after all these technical difficulties, y'all are not even hearing me. Let me say a welcome to Casualty 911. It is so happy to have you all here with us. I think it is the first team ever from the Ministry of Health to join us at Casualty 911 with all their human resource and to guide our public out there and to educate our public what exactly you all do and how best y'all can help our community members. I am so happy for the initiative, and that is a great initiative by the mental health team. So this morning, I just want to say again a special welcome. And over the past few months, we've been having different programs on Casualty 911. We've had Nurse Donna May as well as Nurse Felix with us on many of our programs, discussing many of the mental health issues within our communities. And again, we're so very grateful that the entire team can come to our program. I know everybody is not there, but those persons that are there, we're so ever thankful, and we're hoping that in time to come, you will be on our program a little bit more often. So I will start by saying, Nurses, I will start with you because I think I'm more acquainted with you. So, Nurses, I'll start with you. Start with your introduction and tell us a little bit about what you do and how best, based on your designation, you serve the public out there.
Okay. Hi, good morning, everybody, and thanks for having me. My name is Alicia Segis. I'm a mental health psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I work with the community mental health program services. Back in 2008, there was the community mental health reform where they tried to bring services into the community. Now, the way the world is going and the treaties we assign, we're supposed to move away from hospital care into community care so that care will be more accessible and affordable to our people. So in 2010, the Ministry of Health started the community mental health program. And presently, we have one psychiatrist, three psychiatric nurse practitioners, three mental health nurses, six mental health aides, a mental health social worker, and a psychiatrist, not psychiatrist, psychotherapist on our team. And that team serves the 33 health centers in the 9 health regions, also the 2 district hospitals and the polyclinic. Generally, some of this, I know everybody will talk individual, but certainly some of the services we provide is health education, counseling, psychotherapy, family therapy, individual therapy, medication monitoring, medication administration, assessment, diagnosis, crisis intervention, health promotion, early detection, home visiting. These are among some of the services that we provide. Okay, so my part as the psychiatric nurse practitioner, I'm responsible for the assessment, diagnosis, and treatment of persons with mental health issues or mental health conditions. Persons who want to come in to talk, persons experiencing stress, experiencing depression, not feeling well, they can come in to talk. We also try to integrate our services into the antenatal clinics where we do psychosocial assessments for the pregnant women and for the postnatal women. We integrate it into the diabetic and hypersensitive clinics also for newly diagnosed persons. So we're trying to push mental health services into each clinic and each category for each category. We also do physical assessment, psychosocial assessment. We know that sometimes our social situation will affect our mental health. So we also do some psychosocial assessments. Emergency psychiatric care, we help with crisis interventions and mental health promotion so that we can prevent mental illness, we can increase resilience. These are some of the things that I do. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Nurses. Nurses, which regions do you cover?
Oh, I cover from Massey Cul-de-Sac, Region 7, down to Anchor Chozel, Region 6, the whole of the West Coast.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure many persons within our region have already met Nurse Sengis, not only in the mental health capacity, but also assisting us at various health fairs during the vaccination drive and so on. So I'm sure most of us have seen her, have met her. So in the event that, even if you don't meet her at the mental health clinic, you could always arrange to see her, or come into our Sufre hospital or our wellness centers and ask for the days which they offer the services for mental health within our community. Now, I'm not too akua with everybody else except for oh boy. Let me just say, um let me start with the next person, and the next person would be Maria Charles, community mental health nurse. Good morning, Maria.
Hi, good morning, Miss. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome anytime.
Yes, so I'm a community mental health nurse. I work alongside the psychiatric nurse practitioners. I cover Region 8, which is the Castries Basin. So I basically go to all the health centers at Castries and the elderly homes. So that's from La Clery Health Center, Castries Health Center, Tiroche Health Center, Castries Health Center, yeah, Entripo, Bextor, and Cicero Health Centers. And the homes in that area, so Marian Home, St. Lucy's Home, Cornerstone, um, Sisters of Charity Hospital Room. So basically, I do individual group teachings, family teachings. I visit institutions to initiate mental health services so that we could do preventative aspects of mental health, also the schools in the area. I am based at Castries Health Center. There is a large clinic at Castries. So I also do home visits in all the areas mentioned. I do home visits where we see patients who suffering from mental illness. We ensure that they are on their medication, they take their treatment, they follow up at various clinics. Um, yes, we also do referrals when necessary. Clients come to the health centers seeking counseling, they seek other services. So I sit with them, do counseling, basic counseling with them. If the need be, I refer them to the psychiatric nurse practitioner or to Mr. Jove, who is the psychotherapist. There are so many things that we do. Home visits, we go to the client's home. If we see there is a social need, we refer to the social worker. We involve community groups, the police, the church in the community so that it could be a holistic care and approach. Yeah, I think that's just the surface.
Just out of curiosity, you mentioned schools. Do you work with the individual children in the schools, or you give presentations at the school? How do you deal with the schools? In what capacity do you go to the schools as it relates to the children?
Okay, we go to the school, we speak to the principal. Usually, the principals and the teachers would know um, the different behaviors that the children portray. So basically, we would go to the school, make a presentation about what the teachers say. Say the principal say they have one to children who have, behavioral issues. So we go to the school, we make presentations on conduct disorder, and if we see that okay, there are children that basically need to be spoken to, we liaise with there is a counselor in the school. We liaise with the counselor, and then we could come together ourselves, the counselor and the psychotherapist, to speak with the children on an individual basis and family basis.
Thank you, nurse. The other thing you mentioned elderly homes. I know we don't have many elderly homes down in the Southern Basin compared to up north. I know we only have Comfort Bay and we have the Club 60 group in Magouge. What exactly do you do at the elderly home? Since I know there are many illnesses that many of these persons suffer from, and so on. So when you go out there to these elderly homes, what do you normally do? Do you just go in and speak to them? Because I know some of them, I mean, already going through senile and so on. So what is your target when you go to these elderly homes?
Well, basically, when I go to the elderly home, it's basically what the home permits. Usually, they have their own programs. So usually when I go there, I ensure that, okay, I do a basic mental health evaluation for them, ask them how they're doing, they sit, we talk about the medication, because most of them are on medication, either tablets or injections. So I have to ensure that the medications are up to date, they take their injections, and also sometimes, according to what the mood is at the time, we have a discussion about that. We speak to family, try to get, more family involvement to come to sit with them. But the other homes where they have less psychiatric patients, when I go to the home, I try to ensure that the persons at the home are trained in dealing with persons who have had strokes, who are bedridden, who have bed sores. So I do teaching pressure ulcer care and how to do basic physiotherapy with those clients that are bedridden.
Wonderfulness. I guess you go a little bit above and beyond um, in everything. That is so important because in our communities, we deal with a lot of elderly people, especially within our region. Most of the young people go up north to seek employment, and we have a lot of the elderly persons home. So that is a message to our people down south, what they can do to assist our elderly persons. So thank you so very much, nurse. So now I will go on to our community mental health social worker, Vicky.
Hi. Can can
Vicky,
you guys hear me?
Vicky, I didn't call you by your your surname. I guess I'm so accustomed to your first name. So Vicky, go right
Okay.
there and introduce yourself.
Okay. Can you hear me though?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm getting some sort of feedback. So hello everybody. Thank you for having me. My name is Vicky Jabatis and I'm fairly new to the team. I am in the post of the community psychiatric social worker and I serve regions 5 and 6, but I also do follow up with the Borderley Correctional Facility and the St. Lucia National Mental Wellness Center. Um, I would say that the regions I'm under, the health centers are from Soufriere Hospital all the way down to Bellevue Wellness Center. So that's all the wellness centers in between there. And my role is to provide therapeutic services, social rehabilitative and crisis intervention to ensure rehabilitation and recovery, and to perform needs assessments of clients and their families, and develop individualized care plans to ensure maximum assistance of services to clients and their families as well. Um, oh, where do I start? So with the team, we do home visits to well, it's most times it's for client. I'm gonna take that off because from this, so I'm just gonna take it off. So for social work, I would conduct interviews to. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm getting some feedback.
It's your
So home
headphone.
visits, I took them off because I'm getting feedback. But Maybe it's my internet connection. So home visits, I think that assists with the assessment of clients. A huge part of my role is to network on behalf of clients. So I would have to maintain a really good relationship with the other agencies available on island as well as NGOs. Like, Lord, who can I name? Places like Salvation Army and places like that, that clients could get assistance. A lot of clients have social challenges and challenges with family support. And we want to ensure that clients receive the maximum benefits from coming to us, even if it's not psychiatric, that we're able to make referrals to the relevant agencies that are available. Other government agencies that I work with may include Ministry of or the Department of Equity, Human Services, Vulnerable Persons Team, and things like that. A lot of the times, clients may have financial difficulties, and we understand how much stress and just the stress that it could bring upon a person. So, assisting with that as well. Um, I participate in case conferences, meetings, and consultations with clients and their families, as well as the team. And a huge part of community mental health is to sensitize the public on issues relating to mental health. And that is through lectures, mass media, like what we're doing now, and other communication strategies to ensure public awareness. So, in a nutshell, this is pretty much what I do.
Thank you, Vicky. I must admit, meeting you at the various health fairs out in the community as well as the schools. I've had an opportunity to listen to you to explain, what you'll do, and I must say, the presence of the mental health team um, within the community um, is well represented, especially when we have our health fairs in the various communities. And I know, you put the information out there to our different target groups, which is a very, very good thing, I must admit. And more people are aware of the various mental illnesses and so on, and the services that they can get within our institutions. So it's always a pleasure working with you within our community. So without let me just say that many times, we from different departments, but however, when we go out there as a health team, we learn quite a lot from each other, and um, getting the information from you have been quite an eye opener for me as well. So again, job well done, Vicky, especially when we have our community outreach programs. Let me just say, for persons that I am currently not working with within my regions, I'm very sorry that I cannot speak to exactly what you do. But for persons that I work with within my region, I am happy that I am part of the team, and I hope that in the future I can work with the other team members island wide. So now we're going to have our community health aid. Do we have our community health aid with us? Miss or Mrs. Henry? I'm seeing
Mr. Henry,
Mr. Henry.
I'm not sure. I'm not seeing him
I'm
on.
seeing. I'm seeing.
Yes, one of those.
He's not there.
He's there.
He's there. I'm seeing something on his. Can we have Roman Sue take a look at it for us? So therefore, I'm going to introduce our uh, psychotherapist, Mr. Gervais.
Yes, hi.
Hi. So you can
Hi, good
continue.
morning.
Morning. We can hear you,
Can
so
you
you
hear
can
me?
go and introduce yourself. Yes.
Okay, let me say a pleasant good morning to the listening public and to my colleagues on the program and also to the host. My name is Mr. Onan Gervais. I am a licensed counseling psychologist employed as a psychotherapist in the community. I'm recently new to the team and I cover regions 1, 2, and 8. That is from Bexor to Moshi. Now, as a psychotherapist, basically anyone who conducts talk therapy can be considered a psychotherapist. So, a social worker doing talk therapy, a nurse, a psychiatrist, a counselor, a psychologist, all those persons can be deemed as psychotherapists. But in some organizations, they have special designation. So, in my case, I am a psychologist by profession, by qualification and licensure, but I work as a psychotherapist. So basically, what I do individual, group, family, and couple counseling. That's one of it, and it covers everything from mental health promotion to also mental illnesses, persons who suffer with mental illnesses, and a lot of psycho-educational promotions also. So I go to the schools, I do a lot of presentations at various institutions to do presentations. The difference between a psychotherapist and a psychologist is that the psychologist will do what you call psychological testing. Psychotherapy just do the therapy or the counseling aspect of it, while a psychologist will do both the psychotherapy or the talk therapy and the psychological testing. That's the main difference between psychotherapist and a psychologist.
Mr. Gervais, are you hearing us?
Yes,
Okay. So are you going to continue?
Emmanuel.
It's
Uh, that's it for now.
Oh, okay. I was quite happy that you gave the definition, the difference between the psychologist and the psychotherapist, because many times we tend to confuse um, these professions because, I mean, a lot of us are very ignorant about the fact that what one do compared to the other. And I'm hearing you say that and clarifying the differences is quite welcoming because, I mean, to us, I mean, to the layman, I mean, everybody's just a psychologist or whatever, and that's it. But I mean, differentiating it is is so welcoming to many people because I mean that's not something people really understand when it comes to these professions. So now I'm going to introduce our community health aid. We tried getting you a little earlier on. So, Mr. Henry, go right ahead.
Good morning.
Good
Can you hear
morning.
me? Good morning. Well, I'm
Yes,
sorry
I'm
for the
Morning.
inconvenience. I was having problems signing in, and when I thought I was in, I realized I was not in. So,
hearing.
okay, my name is Henry, and
Well,
then
I'm
I'm a
glad
the
you're in
community
now.
mental health aid. Yes, yes. So am I. Well, as a community mental health aid, we work alongside with the community mental health nurse practitioner. We have monthly clinics for our clients. At the clinic, we triage the clients, meaning doing the blood pressure, the sugar, the temperature, and we also document on the client's book and in the system. after the nurse have seen the client, we normally give them the appointment for the next clinic, because every month there are clients who has to come to get the monthly Modicate, the injection, which is more effective than the oral tablet itself. In the absence of the nurse, we do home visit. During the home visit, we observe the client for if any side effects. Um, where if we observe any side effects, what do we contact the nurse immediately, so that they can take action and try to see how we can get the clients in a normal. We also encourage the clients to take their medication as prescribed. The client's medication is being monitored at every home visit. So whenever we go to the home visit, we always monitor the medication. We also talk to the family members. It could be the caregiver about the client to see how the client is doing, because they are the one there with the client every day. So we educate them. We tell them the importance of the medication and also the clinic, because there are some clients who refuse to come to clinic, and and therefore the relative normally come without them for the medication. Sometimes they have to put it in the food for them or in the juice in order for them to get the medication. Um, we also, as I said, we document on every clinic in our home visit book, and also we enter the information in the system at the health center. We also attend the client we also attend to clients hygiene, because some of them they don't live, and so we try to assist them in that way, because some of them don't have any family support, and anytime the clients do not have family support, you'll see that they are lacking, they're not doing well. And we have seen that family with patient with family support, they are doing much better. So sometimes we have to go the extra mile to help the client. We also notify the police for assistance to accompany clients to the clinic, to the hospital, because as I said, by some of them not taking the medication, they relapse, and also they get violent, and then the only way we can get them there is with the police assistance. We also do health education during the clinics, to sensitize the public about the mental health issues, that they have to take it serious, because some people they are ignorant of this fact. Um, we also assist in the different clinics at the health center. It could be child care or whatever it may be, vaccination. We also assist sort of stuff. Um, in Region 6, there is a program going on in Region 6, but sorry, it's not available in all the communities. In Region 6, what they are doing, they're working together with the Lions Club every quarter, assisting the clients in meals and haircuts, and they're having games and they're having a good time. So in this regard, we try our best to take care of our clients, to get them back to normalcy, and to make them know that how important it is. And also, as I spoke about, the sensitizing the public, because there's a stigma attached to mental health. We try our best to educate the public that mental health is a serious thing, and then we should take care of our mental. That's all for now.
Mr. Henry, let me
Yeah.
say I am so happy about many of the things that you said, because even within our region, our community mental health aid, I mean, you see the extra mile that, I mean, an effort that is into it, especially when it comes to the client's hygiene. I mean, many of the times the clients will come and they will ask for the health aid, they want to bathe, they want to cut their hair, they want clean clothes, and this kind of stuff. And a lot of people, I mean, you see these things, but a lot of us don't pay attention. I mean, that is such an important job, not only for the monetary compensation, but I think a lot of you have the love for it, and show the care and love for these patients. And I must admit, I quite admire that about our community health aides. And hearing you speak about it, I mean, it brings back memories in seeing that is actually done within the region. And I'm so happy that you mentioned about the family support. And I'm seeing that these persons, I mean, when you go out there in the community, I mean, when you provide them with that level of support that you say, ensuring that they have their medication, going and do the home visit, the hygiene component, they're now part of you, a family member. And people don't see that way, but I can tell you, as a health aide, working in the communities, especially, um, I mean, our community, like Shozel, is quite large, and your region might be quite large also. I mean, hearing you speak about that, I am so proud to hear you say such. And also about stigma. I know many times, I mean, maybe our public do not know the right phrase when we're discussing persons with mental illness or diseases, or we just not, um, in our mind is just numbful and thing, and we do not really know how to deal with these people. And I'm so happy that you mentioned stigma, when it comes to persons with mental illnesses. Again, it's the first time I'm actually meeting a male health aide. um, kudos to you and all the work that you're doing. I know it's quite a lot. You don't have to tell me. I know, I've seen it. So I know it's quite, and the documentation and recording. That's another thing again. Going out in the community, and when you come back, you have to ensure that you record everything, ensuring that you deal with the pharmacist to get all medication. I know it's quite a lot, and it can be quite taxing on the body, but hearing you say all these things, I think you should be very proud of yourself for engaging in all these activities and doing what you have to do as a community health aide. Well done, Mr. Henry. Um,
Thank you very much.
Herin, let me just say that in our communities, I mean, island wide, I mean, many of us, I mean, we have family members, I mean, that is going through different mental illnesses, and some of us are not even aware. I remember some time back, when Nurse Felix and Donna May was there, Nurse was there, and I was saying to them, I went to my doctor, and I mean, she asked me just a few questions, and she said to me, she just asked me a few questions, and I'm saying, Nurse, but why are you asking me all these questions? I mean, Doc, why are you asking me all these questions? She me, are you going through depression? I'm telling her, no, I'm quite happy. I'm okay. And then she told me something, and I said, yes, my parents have been telling me the same thing about my facial expression and so on. And then she could have picked it up. And I mean, so many of us, I mean, we're going about our everyday lives, not picking up that sometimes we're going through certain illnesses, mental illnesses, the stress of work, the stress of family life, and so on. And it can happen to any one of us, and we're not even aware that we're actually going through it. Or, I mean, persons within our family members are not even aware, and they find it very difficult to cope with us. So, again, mental health is quite important. It's quite important in our everyday lives. I must admit, I mean, it affects every part of us, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act. And many of us are not even aware that we go through these phases in our lives as as early, some children go through it so early into adulthood and not knowing that's exactly what they're going through. So, anyone has any thing they would like to say, any comments they would like to say out there to the public, you know, a word of advice. So we'll start with Nurses and we'll go about the same route we went. Nurses, any advice to our people out there, family members, community members?
Well, hi again. I just want people to know, since we've been talking about mental illness, persons living with mental illness, but our clinics are also for persons without
Mm-hmm.
diagnosed mental illnesses. Anybody can walk into our clinics. You just walk in and you inquire when the date, and you can come to the different clinics. We are there for both diagnosed and undiagnosed conditions. And the same way that you care for your physical health, going to check on your physical health once a year, you should also check on your mental health at least once a year. And to persons living with mental illness, family members, let us know that your family member is out there. Don't wait until you reach the problem that you cannot handle. We have the monthly clinics. Come to the clinics. If they don't want to come, you yourself come. Come and talk to us. When he says come and talk to us, let us know what is happening, so we can help you before you reach the point they are too ill and we have to involve other means to get them. Okay. And I want to thank persons who have been donating. The hygiene needs program is mainly in the Sufra area. Thanks persons for who have been donating the items of clothing for us. Thank you very much. And yes, that is all. Thank you.
Next person.
Hi. Yes. Um, Mental health is not written on anybody's face. So we cannot just look at somebody and say they're mentally ill. Yes, the behaviors of some person, we are not doctors. So for that person to behave in a way and then just diagnose them as mentally ill, like Naseji said, the clinics are there. If you notice that somebody is behaving in a way that they not normally behaving, then initiate, make the contact, come, do it for them, do it for you, do it for the community, do it for society. Each one should help the other. We do not live in a society by ourselves. We live together. That's why it's called a community. So let's help each other and not be selfish and help ourselves. Thanks for everybody listening, and thanks to Sufra FM for the opportunity.
Okay. Vicky?
Okay, so I just want to say, like we always say in the team, there is no good health without good mental health. I think I think self-care is a very important part of caring for persons, as well as being an individual who has mental health challenges. And a lot of us have the perception that um, self care is a luxury. I just want to say that it should be incorporated into your everyday life. You don't need to have a lot of money to practice self care. It could be anything from a walk on the beach to meditation or journaling. And thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for the opportunity to share. Oh, and also stay tuned for all of the health fairs that we have going around the island. I know some of the major regions have had health fairs so far, and it's a good opportunity to get the information that you need. Even if it's not for you, you're able to get something that you could share with somebody. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next person, Mr. Jove. Is it
Yes, thank
Jove?
you once more. To piggyback on what Ms. Jabatis just mentioned, I would say that in medicine, we know that the silent killer is hypertension, which is high blood pressure. But in psychiatry, we have a silent killer, which is stress. A lot of persons, they go through their daily lives being under stress, not realizing it until that stress manifests itself in other physical manifestations, They get ulcers, they get various back pain and head pain and headaches, and it can lead to stroke and heart attack. So to piggyback on what Mr. Bassett has said, self-care is very important. Take time to enjoy life. Everything is not the pressures of work. So take time to enjoy life, the simple things of life. A stroll on the beach, a lovely sunset or sunrise, do things with the family. No, have some me time. It's true you might be a housewife, you might be a mother, you might be a father, you have other responsibilities, but it's also always wise to take time out for yourself to relax and to enjoy life.
Mr. Henry, any word of advice to the public?
Yeah. What I want to say to the public is that mental health is not written on anybody's face. Um, what I want to let them know is that um, even when you see our clients, the sometimes they behave in a strange way. Don't take advantage over them. Try to help them. Because sometimes most of the times when we see somebody is down, we try to take advantage over them. But I would like to tell them that to take care of them, help them. You know, um, although some of the those in the public, they normally inform us about our clients and tell them, well, I saw that person on the road there, that person not doing well. So I want to thank them for that. But for those who are taking advantage over our clients, please stop it. Sometimes the clients could be on drugs and they are selling the drugs for them. Please stop selling drugs to our clients. Please help them instead, because when you help them, the society can be better. So that is all I have.
Thank you so very much, team. Again, I must admit it's a very good initiative by the mental health team. I know in our various communities, many persons suffer with mental illnesses, and that is an eye opener to our community members, especially family members that has persons with mental illness. I welcome the opportunity of having many of you here on the radio program in the near future to speak about different mental illnesses, especially those that are very common in our community or island. Let me just say thank you to NURES, um, the team right here in our region, and also NURSE Doname, as well as NURSE Felix, for the past times that they have been on our program, which was very, very instrumental. And we hope that other team members from the mental health team will continue taking that initiative and making time out. It is always welcome if anytime you feel free, if you want to have to be on the program on Casualty 911, feel free to contact us and to come on the program and to discuss a mental health issue, which you see that is quite fitting for um, our country or within certain communities. Again, thank you so very much. Do have a pleasant day. And I'm hoping to meet other persons that I have not met in person as time goes by. So thank you very much again, once again.
Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you for the opportunity.
It's 8.5 Super FM. It is now 11 a.m. I would like to thank all of you joining us today for Casualty 911. Also, special thanks to our listeners who are listening via Facebook. Once again, thank you. You've been listening to Casualty 911. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.